attention at all. It's pretty good. It's early, yeah. Maybe it. It's quite possible. One could say.
LGD's turn to ban.
Yeah. Yeah, they just first banned Terrorblade, it seems, and Chuan was playing a bit of Enchantress, and it went really well, but I haven't seen it touch this series, so.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Alright, we're back. Hello everyone in Dota TV. That was a little bit of me talking to the Moon Duck folks, sorry. I probably should just mute myself for that, but that's okay. We're here. And hello out there to the stream. You guys can check us out over there on Moon Duck TV number 2. I'm just going to fire out a few tweets and all that fun stuff. Make sure that people know that there is some English coverage. And I'll be joining you in the draft in just a moment here, so stick around. Don't panic. I'm here for you.
Newbee's turn to ban. LGD's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Gyrocopter!
Newbee's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
All right, hello everyone. Appreciate your patience with that. And we're back into the game. Everything's all set up here. Double check the stream. Make sure all those overlays are in fact turned off, and it looks quite good. So game number 3, we're coming down to the wire. LGD-Gaming and NewB now. The loser, they'll be heading into the bracket of the losers, aka the lower bracket, if they do manage to lose this. And, well, both teams, obviously, you want to stay on top. You want to be moving on as far as you can in the winners bracket. For you guys that haven't checked out how the tournament works, we'll go over it just very briefly. Playoffs have already been decided. Obviously, that's where we are here for China, and the other regions, they've done their business there as well. And, well, here in China, it'll be LGD Gaming NewBee first. So that's what we're in right now. Game number 3, loser will go down to the losers bracket round number 1. And that will be up against the loser of CDEC Avenger and IG Vitality. So we'll be having that best of 3 directly after this one, so stay tuned. And then as well, we'll be having the winners finals tonight too. So that'll be the winner of this plus the winner of the next series. Gonna be played out. Okay. And yeah, so that's pretty much all you really need to know. And we'll just go right into the draft. And, of course, a 5-minute delay there for you guys on the stream, so I know it can get a little bit tiresome, but we're still going. Don't you worry about it. And, so what are we missing here? Let's go over the draft. The Darkseer are untouched here, so that might get picked up by LGD Gaming for ROTK. I got to imagine they're highly considering here with the Gyrocopter. And, Well, I think IOTK had a little bit of a couple missteps there on the Nature's Prophet. I think not that he's a small hero pool or anything like that, but I think it was harder to shoehorn that pick into the draft, especially up against the Gyrocopter. Maybe though they could leave it open now that they have him on his own side, and possibly banning out the
10
Rubik too in the next
seconds
phase will open up things like the Clockwork and the Earthshaker. But we'll see what they want to do.
Remaining.
One of the big heroes of the series so far, it will be the Juggernaut.
Reserve time.
2 games played and I think 2 games lost. Correct, yeah. Losing both games first. He lost to Carry Morphling on the opposing team, and then, of course, up against the How Gyrocopter. But How, he's going to be on the Juggernaut once again, combined up with the Disruptor. And that actually leads me to believe they might also want to go towards the Darkseer for themselves if it's not banned by LGD-Gaming. Likely it will be, although we've seen quite a few bans focused coming out of them on the Death Prophet and the Razor.
LGD's turn to ban.
And, well, there's the Darkseer, so we kind of saw that coming. It's ROTK. It's one of his favorite heroes. It's a mech carrier. A lot of solid stuff.
10 seconds remaining.
And we'll see if they do
5
indeed
seconds
want to be focusing on their various physical damage dealers. It's been the main focus for them. Always banning out the Death Prophet, always banning out the Razor. Don't want to deal with that in the mid lane. Of course, both very good against Gyrocopter as well, so won't be surprised if that is what they'll go for once again. Now, they also do have the second pick, but there is actually the Earthshaker ban out, so not going to have that again. He did play pretty well. You know, had some really big fishes, actually. Completely saved that mid lane from Moo. There was a lot of aggression thrown his way on the Shadow Fiend, and kept him alive. On his Poverty 5-roll Shaker, something we really don't see all too often anymore. Formerly extremely popular. Now, the other big hero, not touched so far, the Vengeful Spirit. LGD Gaming. They've been looking at it a couple times now.
Reserve time.
It was banned out, I believe, last game. No. They had it. Sorry, they had it last game, and they had it first game when they won. Also, the Invoker not touched. So Invoker, Venge, 2 of the bigger players that are still left in the pool here for LGD, and on the side of Newbee, of course, the Rubik for Schwan was very good. I keep saying Schwan like it's Schwan from Void Boys, but Schwan. And his line's still there. So there's the Invoker ban. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think LGD, they're focusing one on the supports. I assume this will be a Earthshaker. I mean, a little Disruptor, actually. So a little puzzled by the ban here on the Earthshaker, on the, jeez, oh my head. A little Disruptor, so puzzled by the ban on the Earthshaker, but maybe it is Chuan who plays it. So they're going to opt for the Viper ban out here. Whew! Alright. Get our head in the game here, folks. It's okay, still can't be bad as the BTS cast, am I right? But just kidding. No, shout out to those guys. I know they've been killing it all day.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay.
Reserve time.
Some guys YouTubing me apparently. So thanks a lot.
Remaining.
That's okay. It's actually gonna be a Lina ban, and they're gonna go right back for that move Shadow Fiend. So you gotta think, maybe they're thinking about a Bane as well to help shore up their mid lane this time. I would love that pick. Oh, Bane will be so good here for Newbee. And it's actually pretty good for LGD Gaming though. They need a BKB cancel. They gotta go for the Venge. You absolutely need it up against the Shadow Fiend. It's gonna be good with the Gyrocopter too, I think. Help positioning in terms of like call down and stuff like that. You can swap people back inside when you're chasing them down. So I really like that play. Maybe they're thinking more AoE in terms of the control and everything though, having the vacuum from the Gyrocopter.
Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining.
And they're actually going for the Visage, so some heavy damage gonna be coming out here. And Juggernaut, he might be able to shake it off with some of the Blade Furies or possibly the Disjoint with the Omni Slash, but until the BKB comes out onto Moo, that could be an issue for him. It might be leading into more of those high HP items. Oh, just give me the Bane. Actually, the birds are pretty solid in the situation too, and that might be one of the reasons they're thinking. Up until the BKB comes out, of course, and then as well, when you have the Bane too, like if he's Fiend Scripting or something, they can get in on top. Typically, the birds used to be used for like Naga Siren and stuff like that back in the days. You bring them in during the song to get some stuns to stop it. But hey, who needs another support? You can grab yourself the Tide Hunter. We've been seeing a couple different heroes in the mid lane so far. We've had ourselves the Tusk, and we've had ourselves a Night Stalker with an Iron Talon, but this game is going to be the Tide Hunter, the big bad boy. Ravages coming out and it's a little bit of a combo breaker up against the Darkseer. Some teams opting towards the Nyx Assassin with the Carapace, but this one's a little bit flashier as the tendrils come flying into the ground and ripping and tearing through them. So, LGD-Gaming. How do they want to respond to this now? Again, the birds are pretty good up against Tidehunter, actually. Of course, not affected by the Ravage, so they can help some of the combos as well that Newbee are going to be trying to string together, like the Requiem, even trying to stun up the Juggernaut before you can get into a good position for the Omni Slash, and the Rubik, the classic. Gonna be looking for the early blink into the counter Ravage. And a great game as well. Can steal the Requiem, can steal the Ravage. Any big potential plays coming out here. And we gotta imagine it's gonna be MMY. A lot of pressure gonna be felt here. It could also be DDC. He's been playing so great on those disruptors. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to him as well. But they'll go with TA ban. Some more physical damage, obviously very heavy. And the magical here for LGD so far, and I'd have to agree with that. But guess who's still in the pool in terms of physical damage? It's the Death Prophet and the Razor, and they've already dealt with the Viper. So one of the, they don't lose to Viper, I don't think, compared to other heroes, at least in that sense. But one of the better chances of surviving and getting some farm there. And this is a great chance for them. They could ban out, I don't even know, anything with like an AoE disable, I suppose. It'll just be the Spear Breaker. So again, shoring their mid lane, whatever it is going to be. And so we've lost the Rubik, the Bane. I think Bane's still so solid right here. Like, so solid. Even with the Visage, I'd be okay with it. Offers a lot of the single target lockdown. Now, the one issue, they do have the Rubik, so of course you're going to be looking for Fiend's Grip Steel from the Rubik. So their last pick. The Night Stalker, of course, banned out. Same vein as the Spirit Picker. Would have been kind of nice to have, even if it's going to be in that forward role. Dad, he's fallen off the map a little bit here, and well, they're going to grab the Vengeful Spirit for themselves. Now the mid hero, I really like Death Prophet still. If the Ravage gets off before the Exorcism, though, it can have some issues, so they might be worried about that. But Death Prophet or Razor seem like the two most likely picks. Anything else that's coming to mind? Well, not particularly. I'd stick with one of those two. If I had to pick one, probably... I'm gonna go. I'll give it to New Death Prophet. That'll be my. Oh, but maybe the swap. It's tough. It's a Zeus. More magic damage, really? Okay. Well, seeing the full lineup, then they're not too afraid, and they're just gonna go into it for maybe. Pretty good with Visage too. The birds can get a good stack of damage, and possibly burn somebody down. Some clowny stuff. And it will, in fact, be Chuan on the Disruptor, so looks like he does get to grace his presence on that hero, too.
Ten seconds remaining.
And take a bit of time to pick up their heroes, but we're all set. We're all good to go. And as we are getting into it here, game number 3, of course, in the winner's bracket. Number 1. I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me. You guys, I'm glad to be providing the in-game coverage. This is powered by PGL. You guys probably remember them for hosting the TI5 Qualifier hub. That's your first look at Mafia and the with all the personalities and everything like that. And well, they're the ones who decided to throw up a sponsorship to make sure that there would be coverage in-game, because they knew about all the hubs and how people like to move around, and I think that's pretty cool. So shout out to them. Definitely always providing a great production for various different esports. And I keep saying this, but I really wasn't even told to give that plug. I just think that's pretty cool, because I do love Dota TV myself. How he's down, he's guarding his jungle. He wants to make sure his safe lane pull will be active and available. Make sure there's not going to be any wards. And a great positioning too. If you guys are ever Ever worried about that? You can get some great
30
vision from the
seconds
spot
to battle.
in terms of this whole line, helping to secure this, and in your pubs, it's typically only going to be the solo offlaner, right? And almost every time, some people TP, I'm a TPer, not going to lie, and a lot of people just run though. So how you counter that currently, if you're on the dire side, is you pretty much have to try the smoke. You could do like the TP mid. I've seen a couple times where they run down this way, plan it, and come out. But that's some risky business. So
The battle begins.
the runes, they're going to go their respective ways. MMY goes back to block the mid lane. This is what your supports are going to be doing. It'll actually be the off lane. They'll be doing it here for the mid. And well, speaking of wards, again, by the way, this Iron Talent, I've been seeing it so much on Earthshakers. I've seen it on Night Stalkers now, and even the Tide Hunter. Is he really gonna go for the first stack too? What a friendly player here. So he'll stack this on up for the Shadow Fiend, and MMY's up here like, where is he? Like, what is this guy doing? So they've got to imagine, I'm sure they're gonna come over here and probably ward this up relatively soon. And while this is happening, it looks like the action's going to be on bottom here. Here's it comes back. They were ready with the stun and the spin. ROTK going to be dropping low. I don't know if it's going to be the kill. It's going to be close. No fairy fires, though, and unable to get a salve off, so he will go down. Great first blood here for How. And he wasn't waiting for the stack. He's actually just going to kill this camp first, so he'll have 2 camps to go with. Makes sense, honestly. Rubik, Visage. And here's that attention we were just talking about. And MMY's like, wait a second, like, what is he? What's he doing? He's not even killing this camp. So he's fully in the jungle down here, using this Iron Talent, using the Anchor Smash. Trying to get as much as he can, so this ward will end up being wasted, other than just securing Sylar some farms, so maybe not a waste in that sense. And now both off lanes completely abandoned. Is this what we've come back to? Used to be something a bit more popular in the tri-lane era, and we're gonna end up with 4 heroes trying to get the most they can out of the Radiant jungle. I suppose maybe this is gonna be favoring the Radiant. They're gonna have this pull going, they're gonna have Tule here, and the Visage will just move into more of a protective role. Gonna pop the smoke of MMY. And this might make for a little bit of a slower paced games. Your offlaners are gonna be coming on a little bit later. No quick level 6s.
Dire's middle tower
Unless they can get
is
some
under
big
attack.
stacks here for Tule. This is just so funny. Oh. He'll now make his way probably back home. Got himself some boots, a TP. Does that mean he can go into the lane up top? It seems unlikely. Sylar. He is up to level 3, almost 4. And still getting very good CS, of course, completely untested. Gyrocopter, not the easiest hero under tower to make sure you get every piece of the farm. He can be a little frustrating with his really low damage, but you can see he stacked it up with Fairy Fire and the Wraith Band. So he'll be just fine. I'm going to try and get a drink and not blow it. Hopefully no one dies here in the mid lane. So I pour myself a little more. It's not alcoholic. I know you're probably thinking that would explain the casting and the camera work, but no, I have no excuse. I have chosen to be here, and I am sober, unless you count sleep deprivation, which apparently some states do. So there you go. Big wraparound play here, coming in from the backside, and you gotta think maybe he's in some trouble here. Moo just gonna walk up, and he won't even get the kill though. Chuan, come on, like what is this? Tisk tisk. So he'll get a little bit of an early bonus. Bottom lane arrow TK to return. Gonna put the Iron Shell on the enemy creep. Something you can do here when you don't want to get a little bit too close. And he'll start farming up these creeps,
Dire's bottom
pulling them
tower
back and
is
trying to
under
prevent some
attack.
damage onto his tower. Mid lane now, almost a full level advantage for Moo. Chuan, one of the better heroes up against the Darkseer. They don't have the lane ward though, so not the easiest kill time. And they're holding this regen rune here. Oh, this is a little bit of a wrap here. ROTK, he doesn't have vision on them. And now coming in, can they get something done here? Oh, it looks like the ROTK might be in trouble. He might be getting the feed going, connects. Oh no, he surged inside. That is when you know you are definitely going to die. Glimpse brought back. Raze can't get it again. Chuan, the kill stealer. Two kills. Too good. Top lane, Sylar and the boys. They're under the tower. Too late. In the fog here. They don't quite know where he is. Actually, they probably saw him walk in. And he's going to lose this tower. It's going to open up the farm for him a little bit.
Top tower has fallen.
But it's also going to be giving quite a bit of bonus over here to Team Newbee in terms of net worth. On the mid lane, they're a little bit close. They're okay. MMY and ROTK can't come out too far. They got to be careful of this glimpse here. Chuan, obviously, these kills pretty high level at level 3. I gone for the 1-1-1 actually. I thought he had 2 points in glimpse. I forgot these connect fields have been coming out, of course, in the thunder strikes for the vision. So, or about the level 4, of course. Nope, now he's making his way up towards that Omni Slash. Level 6 already here on Moo, but of course, being the Shadow Fade, happy to stay still. But now the level 6 on your Zeus. So the dives, the attempted kills, they can get a little bit more dangerous in terms of diving these towers. Gotta be wary there of that extra 225 damage. Of course, taking out the resistance. And looks like MMY is thinking about a smoke here, but can he really get anything done quite yet? I mean, too late. He's almost up to Ravage here. I don't know if they want to try and make a play on him prior to that. The bot lane just seems too scared to come in. Alright, well here comes that play we're talking about here. Grave Shield, not even thrown out, not even Soul Summon. They actually have no way to stop this TP, but they will get him between the Gyrocopter and Thunder God's Wrath. Just so much damage, the Soul Assumption. So that's great. And we just talked about it. They're trying to make a play before the Ravage. They'll get it. No smoke required from MMY. And he might just look to smoke up and get a good ward into that jungle there. Try and maybe create an attempt on How in the near future. For now, though. Just be a deny here. You know, just doing his thing. Not a big deal. Oh, did he? Oh, he didn't buy out. He didn't buy out. Oh. DK, please. Oh, he actually had possibly all reliable gold. We're gonna assume it was all reliable gold. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And once more, the Juggernaut in our match. Phase Boots, Aquila. Not surprising. Just trying to provide that stable carry, and there's just really not that many left here. It's pretty much the Gyrocopter, the Juggernaut, and who else? PL barely mentioned anymore. It's much more common to have something like a Slarda, or even, like I've seen so many safe lane Night Stalkers. It's just more aggression being favored over top, or sometimes you'll have a physical damage dealer in the mid lane and you go towards these safe lane Queen of Pains, etc, etc. Chuan coming up here, stealing that last hit, and just putting a little bit of pressure onto Maybe. They actually smoke up without him. And this makes you think, alright, so the play here is they think that he's back here doing the stacks as the Shadow Fiend. And I believe that's the play, and it looks like Chuan's just soaking up mid, because you're like, oh, they wouldn't smoke without Chuan. Is that the idea here? Well, if it is, TDC, he might just be happy to pay the price if that's what it's going to take. I don't think they want to get him, but it looks like they'll have to settle for him. The Ravage here, obviously, not going to be needed. It is going to be here for the threat. If they want to come in after this call down too late, he'll be caught by it, and he's going to TP, not using the Ravage. He will go down. A little bit of a strange play. Kind of making that smoke seem a bit desperate. I thought they were going to the jungle and try and find ROTK. But without the swap, like, it's 700 range at level 1. That gank is rather difficult to achieve.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh. A little bit of a slowdown here. Medallion finished up here for MMY.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom lane, unlikely to amount to much here. Again, no direct BKB canceling spells here on the side of LGD. They'd have to steal the swap or look towards any sort of a silence they might be able to achieve, but unlikely builds here so far. And he should be relatively free to split push. Again, though, if you do get caught up with a quick stun, it can go downhill pretty fast. No real blink initiators, though. It'll just have to be the Rubik once more. Of course, on the other side this time. They just keep swapping heroes, man. Swapping heroes, swapping roles. And now, great timing here from Chuan. They're going to be able to... He can still glimpse them right back to the forefront if they'd like to. Ravage coming up front with too late, but they're just going to hold it. Using the threat of the Ravage here. Arcane Boots as well. With that Iron Talon. And they could look towards the early mechanism. Up against this lineup, I'm not too sure. I know the Chinese do tend to favor it. Opting for that first. And speaking of opting... For first, it will be the Battle Fury once more for How. No mix-up here in the builds. No Yashas, no Mantas early on. Just going to be the Battle Fury. Increase the front speed, increase the damage of your Omni Slash rather greatly. And, oh, I certainly can't fault them for that. Maybe he's got an Invis Rune of his own, but Zeus, not the biggest ganker, especially once the laning stage is broken down. There's not really anywhere that he can just rotate in, and there happens to be a group of heroes. Courier comes in. It's going to be the Helm Dominator here. 4 moves, so they can look to start getting some stacks up, and they could actually be taken by the Tidehunter. So that could be a pretty big deal. He's going to be taking a couple jungle stacks for now. But I'd love to see that come into play and help bring online either the mechanism or the Blink Dagger. In fact, I mean, I'm sure he'll go for both eventually. So the sooner it's just going to be the better. The other great thing about this Tidehunter pick is, of course, it does mean that you can go for this Helm of the Dominator. No more of these mech Shadow Fiends. That's pretty much dead. It'll be Helm, S, and Y, and you gotta imagine they're gonna be looking for How here. So Sylar, he's gonna try and force out an early spin. Oh, but he's so fast. Can they get the hill? It's Grave Chill. There's still a spin TP. I don't know. One stun spin. He's not gonna even go for the TP. He's gonna head into the tower. And he'll just immediately get out. So much of their damage is magic based. Like, how are you going to kill him once he spins? It seems nigh impossible. Good ward here. Gonna keep an eye on Le. Bot lane again, How. So, they've got the Ravage up here. See the range on it. And How, he's here with the Battlefield. He's trying to cut some trees, trying to make a little bit of space here. And, you know, here comes the TP move. He's got Requiem. He's got Helm. He's got a full magic wand, too. And here we go. Look for the Ravage. There's the Gush. And there comes the call down coming out. Omni Slash seems to get on top. So they bring down the Gyrocopter. Trying to get the birds. Can't quite snag him up here. Now DDC. Stunned. Not going to be there in time. So they get the 1 kill. Still very important. And they can turn this into an objective here if they would like to continue pushing. Oh, they've already got the tier 1. So I'm unlikely to head into that tier 2, of course. There. Respawns there. It's pretty quick at this point. Maybe popping that Invis Rune. You can now make this turn. If you guys didn't realize that being spawned, pretty important, but it won't end up mattering. Maybe he'll just stack that into this for a last hit. And with this ward here, look, gonna help spot this ancient stack going on with the creep here. And speaking of which, have they started over here? Not yet. They really need to get that up and running. Seems is it stacking a camp? I don't see it anywhere. Seems Moo hasn't quite found what he's looking for. Despite too late just killing an ancient stack. He's like, oh, you're looking for an Alpha Wolf? There was one here. And, well, we talked about mechanisms possibly for the Tidehunter. There will be one now finished for the Darks here. As they're coming in on the back lines. Are they going to make the wraparound? Nope. They're fully smoked. The Glimpse back. This might be a good fight for them. Static Storm coming out. And Moo, he'll just waltz on in here and throw out these Requiem, or these Races rather. ROTK vacuum back, stunned up. He is coming way too deep with those team. Throws it on the wall, trying to negate any sort of a chase here. How? He starts and stops. Ooh, but now there's 2 seconds out of static. Or the Connect Field. Do they want to? No, they'll just let him go. And as I bumble my way through that team fight, so will LGD. They're going to leave it alone. They'll just lose maybe. And possibly this tower. He's going to have the Thunder God's Wrath when he comes back up. LGD seems too weak to fight. No mana for the mechanism. No cooldown for the mechanism as well. I wonder if they'll even be deterred here on the side of NewB. Graph actually still favoring LGD somehow? Well, the Glimpse back. Goodbye, maybe. You can't do that. Rip. So, Chuan, that big range, you gotta watch out for that top lane. Has got the Omni Slash. And fast HP. He's got the Helm, though, so tanky enough, I would think, to survive this. Oh, good sentry, please. Obviously, they knew the vision was used to help kill their friend, the Zeus. And they'll get rid of said ward. So the pressure comes in onto the mid lane. And they will put their own ward down now. Any smokes here? They have on the Venge, but knowing that LGD are trying to make something happen, they're probably aware they're going to be grouped up. And generally smoking, when you're aware the team's going to be grouped up, not a good idea. ROTK comes up with a vacuum and the Thunderbolt. They're going to bring back Luke. He goes down. Stolen raise too. Looks like it's going to be the medium raise. And a great pickoff here. A lot of gold going to be heading their way on LGD. We already saw it was starting to move in their direction before. And a further 800 swap. And ROTK getting the kill is pretty important. Trying to propel him into some more useful items. His arcane boots likely going to be needed here. But now in the mid lane, too late. The Ravage is back up. MMY surged in looking for a lift, but no one there. You can see on the high ground, they ping out this ward because they know, like, there's got to be a ward over here. They can tell by the way that MMY is looking for a surge lift. ROTK. And by the birds, they'll just start doing their thing. No one here to really kill them without the Shadow Fiend.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And Sylar, he starts making his move towards the mid lane. He'll back now, though. And just head over towards the Ancient Stack, which they can grab for another here. Oh, yeah, they got it. And Flat Cannon, you can look to stack it all up. So plenty of damage, but at the top lane, how? He's looking for this Omni Slash. ROTK, oh, if he comes, he's looking for him to come through here. Not gonna happen. Oh, he's cutting out. He's going for the phase boost, trying to kill the creep wave. And ROTK, once he gets far enough away, oh, he comes back in. I'm not so sure about this. Oh my god, he is just dancing with death here. ROTK, please. Obviously, with the mechanism, he's got quite a bit of heal burst, but he's definitely playing on a limit. Alright, well, here comes the glimpse back. It's gonna be MMY. Not even gonna be a free pick though. They come back in with the call down the Ravage. He's not even gonna bother throwing it off there, knowing the team's not in a good enough position to capitalize it. They'll now be on the run. And a free pick will go their way.
Middle tower is under attack.
And again, going to the Zeus. Definitely, you know your Zeus, he steals all your kills as he picks up his heals, but he really does need the gold. The gold, rather. Especially in a game like this. Now that we're 17 minutes in, I'll finally switch over to net worth. Caster, please. Lift it onto how? Omni Slash here? Not gonna matter. Easy setup, easy walk-in. Too deep again. We talked about how there was no BKB cancel, and this is exactly what happened last game. Was despite there not being anything to cancel it, just walking out of the trees with a Rubik, providing enough time to get the damage. And Sylar cleaning up this big Ancient Stack. Moving into what looks like an SNY, unless we'll see another Manta. And well, this game, it started out looking pretty good for the side of Newbee. And a little bit of an early lead, we dipped down, and now heading into the biggest lead so far of the game. But it's not that much. Certainly not game deciding or anything like that. Mid lane though, they're looking for this glimpse. MMY. It doesn't work out too far though, so they won't be able to get anything. So a lot of gold here. 2200 surplus for Sylar. Maybe thinking about going something a little bit bigger. He's about 2k up. A large lead. Ahead of his opponents on the other side. We'll see what he wants to opt for. More ancient, more farming. Now, a lot of this, of course, very unreliable gold. 1, 1, and 2. And another big item coming out here. It will be the Blink Dagger for MMY. Gonna be a big deal coming into these team fights. And as well as picking off how as he's trying to slip push the waves, keep himself relevant up against the gyrocopter. It's his #1 way to do it. And they've just kind of been in this zone for so long. It's like everyone on the side of Newbee, and because of that, you see this big dip. Despite there not being a fight in a while, no kills. They're losing out on a lot of farming. I don't know if they're expecting a push this whole time, but they are getting destroyed in the money game. They're even watching Sylar do this. Like, under a ward, just killing ancient stacks. I'm not sure what the debate is or what the plan is, but they need to make some sort of a movement here. Whether it be pressuring top as a group, because currently it's just how alone again. And MMY, he's going to look for the lift once more. Can they get... There's the spin, there's the TP. And there. So he will live this time. Better positioning, keeping himself alive. So, no surge this time. As they tried a couple times now with these lift surges, and that might have been a good chance for it. So, too late. He did go for the mech first. Would a Blink Dagger have helped in terms of how their positioning is now? Maybe one thing to consider, like, if they had a Blink Dagger, would they be moving around the map more, looking more aggressive? Well, finally, speaking of aggression, there will be a smoke.
I'll take that as tribute.
And there's that Blink Dagger we talked of, though, and that is the play that you are looking for. The Blink into the Ravage. It's going to be the Rubik who's going to have it this game. So, for you guys who aren't maybe big Rubik players, the big plays that you want to be looking for. Ooh, that ward. If maybe checks ward. Oh, glimpse back. Gonna be a stun here. Maybe he might not even get off the ultimate. No buyback as well if they need it for the fight. BKB popped pretty early here from the side of the item. That he has gone for a beautiful vacuum wall. We'll get on to 2. Looks like he's gonna help guarantee the kill on Schwan. He'll throw down that stack. So I'm trying to deny himself to Roshan, and he gets it. Nicely done. Nicely done. And so a 1-for-1 favoring the side of Newbee, and not only that it was a support for Corbin, the fact that, well, he actually got denied. So a good trade heading back their way, basically negating the previous trade that we had. How, again, the split push, he knows there's nothing they can do, but what he's not aware of is the blink and the lift. Don't know if they have enough consecutive lockdown spin TV, how even gets the last hit. So, whether the birds on top, like, you're not going to get enough of a linked stun, so... Alright, moving forward, the Blink Dagger almost online here for too late. Again, with that last kill, the big old upswing. We're coming all back to 0. A great series so far. Our team's battling back and forth. Maybe he is hasted up here. On top of Moo, doesn't quite get the damage from that one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And with his Alpha Wolf. Oh, that ward. Did they spot it? I guess they know that MMY is in the vicinity, so you got to think the wards are coming out here. They're coming in here, and this vision... Disruptor. Unfortunately, not quite there. He's more focused on the warning. Oh, MMY. Good blink away. I'm sure Twan's just got his finger ready, and to try and possibly continue up the split push, and as well as get off some good ultimates with his Battle Fury and his Yasha. I actually really like this blink. I think it's a great item here from How, and you're going to be comboing that up with the Ravage, of course, in just a few moments. So if he can keep that hidden, the side, they haven't witnessed it yet, so it can be a pretty big tool in the next fight. Of course, though, he does want to be farming the side lane, so it'll likely be revealed sooner rather than later, but, you know, who's not revealed? Well, it's the entirety of the Dire side. They're smoked up. They are going to find their scouter in the pit, trying to bring that down shortly. And the initiation, it'll be the blink, it'll be the lift. Oh, MMY, this could be risky. He throws down the Great Observer Ward. He's looking at who they want to go on, and it looks like it'll be too late. Is he going to throw out the Ravage? He's probably considering a Grave Chill. Next up, Saxstorm, he's going to pop it. It will connect. Oh, he gets the steal, though. The Rubik he's looking for. There's the Requiem. Move, BKB'd up. And do they want to go in? They've got the call down. They know MMY has it. There's no way they don't. There's the Ravage. He's going to catch onto 3. Perfectly timed in the move as his BKB does end. Now Chwan taking soul summon damage. Coming inside there. BKB's going to dodge that magic missile. Nicely played. And now with the call down, Moo in trouble. Swapped out though. Big plays by Lu. Trying to keep alive with the soul summon. It's still going to come out. They are going to lose Moo. Wave of Terror ripping through the side of the tower. But it's just not enough. How? Blinking forward, finally revealing this Mule Tip is going to be able to save, maybe prevent the spin. He wants his kill on the Zeus, knowing that he might not make it this one alive, and he will grab it too late, still living. Anchor Smash as well. How appears to have abandoned him, though. Maybe blinking back in this fight. Soul Subshade with the birds. They've lost majority of their damage. And How gonna make sure his little buddy's gonna live. It's only level 1 anyway. There's no way he does. All right, fight recap here. It's a win for the Dire side, but it's not too much. I tell you, it definitely would not have been a win if it wasn't for that great steal on the Rubik there. So something we are always looking for when the Blink Dagger comes out, and he gets it. And look at the amount of damage that did come up from the Dire side, though, especially from that call down. Great plays by Le, unable to save a move. And they will just continue. Going to work here. He has now eclipsed the Gyrocopter. How? Trying to be the first Juggernaut to win a game in this series.
What surge is this?
We'll see what he can do. Some cheeky plays here with his Battle Fury. He's just going to blink on the wave. And he gets the bird. Nicely done. Good gold influx. Are they They're smoked up again here. Oh, Arcane Rune, it's so good on Zeus. Uh-oh, blink. How? Oh, they just saw me use the blink. That's big for his escape. So they'll use the Thunder God's Wrath for the vision. But again, nothing to cancel. So, all MMY can do is steal the spin and be a little bit upset. Tier 1 finally going to go down here in the mid lane. No glyph available. And do they stop there is the question. I'd love to see some wards plant. This is so obvious though. I mean, this needs to be like a well-hidden ward. This is a pretty good one. Oh, that's great. Perfectly placed. You gotta be pretty wary with your wards up against the Zeus. It'll likely get dewarded anyway. But you gotta pick some interesting spots. Connect field, they're gonna find Arrow TK. 3 heroes, Wave of Terror coming through trying to increase their physical damage. There's a Surge though. And they'll glimpse him back thanks to the vision provided. Another anchor smash with the magic missile. He's still so tanky with that mech being popped. He's living. He's got. Alright, he finally goes down. How showing up here with the blink dagger? Space created? Question mark. Well, we're not too sure. Perhaps if there was a Roshan attempt going on, one could be happy about it. But he's just sitting in the pit. And Sylar continues working on these ancients. Ah, great game so far. Loving this action. Both teams here looking to stay alive in your winner's bracket semifinal. Aether Lens now picked up here for Maybe. Great item on the Zeus. Part of why he is just back in the meta right now. Along with all these early drafts and just providing some extra bit of magic damage. We're no longer in that only physical damage meta anymore. We're branching out, you know? We're a very versatile group, us Dota players. Well, maybe he's no exception. Next up, typically we've been seeing Bloodstones. That's probably the most common build I've seen in the qualifiers so far. Of course, sometimes they can be a little region-based. I've also seen mostly 4-staff first, but up against like the Ravage and the Omni Slash, it's no surprise that he goes for the Yules this game. And alright, well, if you guys ask Scant, there's one thing he's going to tell you. It's going to be that the best... Oh, am I stuck on a bottle? Oh, that was a little bit annoying. The best hero in the game with the Aether Lens, he believes it's got to be that Vengeful Spirit. It's his favorite one. And I have to agree. You have to remember the whole balancing factor of Nether Swap. It comes on that the range. That's it. So when you consider that and consider the difference between 6 and 11, and moving on forward from that, oh, they know the smoked, and they got the perfect pings out, so they know they're going into Roshan. And so the birds will come over. They'll scout up. But look how fast it's dying. Getting obliterated here with that -7 armor from the Shadow Fiend and your Vengeful Spirit. So some bird plays, maybe gonna try. No, not gonna be able to get the deny here. And will they come in? Chuan, he's hoping to catch somebody. Oh, they have a vision at all? No. How? Blinking forward, gonna try and find Sylar. And the glimpse, not quite able to get anybody. Oh, he still wants it so bad. But not quite. No Aether Lens for him. He actually goes back for a 4-staff. So that's how he's going to improve his own range. I kind of like that. The Aether Lens, though, really great on the Static Storm. Like, you can imagine this going even further. Pretty ridiculous. Sylar, though, he's not too happy with this. The Steel Stack, he does get the split, and it was a change in this patch, but he's going to glimpse back, and he's going to be forced to BKB. No choice. Oh, but BKB not going to save him from the swap. Omni Slash even committed to make sure they get the skill. I am A-okay with that. So now Aegis, a dead Gyro. And momentum on their side. You have to imagine they're going to go up the mid lane and try and go for that tier 2 tower. How Blinking can find himself a banning rune. Oh. We were so close, yet so far. No! If I click enough, it'll come back. I just want to see who actually got the most gold. It was the kill on the Juggernaut, of course, with the Omni Slash. So, MMY, he's got a spin. Maybe hoping for something a little bit bigger.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, alright, TK. No blink. I see him do this quite a bit. He loves this BKB first. Instead preferring to surge himself inside, going for the plays.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, moving back. Still 9 seconds left on the BKB for Moo, as well as his Helm of the Dominator. So he is extremely farmed. 3.2k gold. SNY now done. Look at all these items flying in on both sides. So anyone really ahead of the power curve? Let's take a general look around here. Sylar, he did go towards that Mantis once again. So more popular than the SNY over here in China, as we've had to both games. Medallion, the Agnum Scepter for DDC, obviously a big deal. And other than that, the BKB is finished up here for ROTK. Chuan, he's working on a 4-staff. And we pretty much garnered everything else, the S and Y, of course, for Moo, and still waiting on what his next item will be. Possibly the Scotty again versus all the magic damage of the Zeus, just to help make him even beefier when the BKB ends. I would be okay with that. And so, they look like they might be grouping up for a smoke here, also defending their Ancients at the same time. Radiant, no vision on the map besides this one that we saw placed earlier. Dire side, no wards for them besides the one up top, just looking for anyone coming to the jungle. So we might get an engagement here. How? Gonna find the birds. Can they get anything? No lift available. Great spin from How. And the magic the magic missile, the homing missile onto Moo. And he'll just tank this one up. See if they want to follow, but the rest, they're just gonna back. 2 more minutes still in the Aegis. I don't know if LGD want to fight into this. You'd think they'd want to take it at their base. But maybe the set fight up is just a little bit harder for them. With 2 laying that Ravage, it can be some big plays here. Side of the Rain, they don't know where they are. ROTK, he's going to be revealed. They immediately steal the Troll. So they'll have their own trap if they want to turn this here. Nope, it'll go down a little bit too fast. They're going to throw it out. MY now lift on the Moo, and suddenly everything breaks out at once. Call now comes down, swapping in the back. Too late, looking for that good Ravage here. And no one committing too hard. A lot of filter. There's the Blink Ravage. It's going to catch on to 4 in the forefront. And the Omni Slash ripping through on DDC. A little bit of the perfect world lag because it's just a little bit too intense here. How running down. There's been a stolen Omni Slash here. How he might actually go down to it, and he will. That'll be the Aegis. Meanwhile, on the backline, they do lose your Shadow Fiend. Gyrocopter now coming back. They're going to be looking for him as he comes up. How lifted spinning. No TP here available. They need to keep one more right click. They can't get it. Means we'll be able to blink up here. Do they have to chase MMY again? Oh, he's going to find him. And the blink in 6 more seconds and gets the steal on the spin. 5 more seconds, so another blink. Homing missile earn. Just canceling this blink, trying to decrease the space between them. You gotta think they want to go further for this. They know it's still possible. They're chasing another blink. Is it happening? Could it be? It's gonna be stopping the team. Maybe he's on this. This is like the great escape. Question is, will be this game? He might be able to tank the homing missile and get the blink off. We're gonna see. It's gonna be close. 2-1. The vision, the call down. There's the Yule Scepter up in the air. Gonna cancel that. And how the spin? He gets the TP. He's gonna make it out. He does it. Not close enough for the lift. Can't chain anything together. And well, that fight finally coming to a close. We're gonna have to rely on the graph here to find out what happened. But you got to think with that kill onto Moo, it was a great Ravage, but it seemed like they drew out the Omni Slash just right so that they didn't get the maximum combo damage off with the Battle Fury, and with the Moo knocking up there for a Requiem. I believe that is what did seem to turn the fight around. So there's your Veil done for Zeus, but at the same time, going to that fight, he was just holding all this gold. Like, think about if he had a different item there. There's just so many things that I'm sure he could have afforded, and it might have changed the outcome of the fight. It's one of the disadvantages when you wait this long on your money and choosing what to invest in, even if it just means an ultimate or just something. For now, though, it seems like he's still not sure what he wants to go with. Well. Take a little bit of a breather. As the teams, well, they appear to be taking 1-2. You looking for something here? Ether Lens. Of course, we saw the Veil picked up. ROTK with his BKB. What's the next big play here? Of course, only 1 tower remaining here for the side of the Dire. And no Aegis, of course, as they did lose it in that last little bit of a bout. And although they dipped down after the fight, you can see it's starting to climb back up. They do have the more like freedom to farm. That's simply because of their advantage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Observer ward placed down here by MMY.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That should help.
Radiant fortifying onto the bottom lane from the illusion. And just a little bit of a slowdown here. 5k gold, alright. He's finally sending this courier to the base. It's gonna be the Scotty as we talked about. So, I guess I'll take it, and at the same time, oh no, he's not gonna see this. I wonder if that would change his opinion here. Maybe that's why, but no, he must have seen the components of this butterfly already, so. And it looks like the decision will just be this full Scotty here for Moo. He purchases it up, waiting on just that last bit of the money, and he will have a tick over. So, yeah, and they definitely knew this was coming, so they're already going to be having Hal going into the MKB. In fact, he's just about finished it up. Just a couple more creeps here. In fact, just one. Let the gold tick on over. And I don't think he's going to need the buyback. With all tier 2s up, it seems like you can go into something a little bit more aggressive and try and burst down this gyrocopter. So the Force Staff, it was finished a while ago for Chuan. Bots coming in here for your Zeus player. Look at the range on this level 2 swap. The Aetherlands. Just so ridiculous. So MKB now done, as we discussed. And it appears there'll be another smoke here. They're ready. They're gonna pop it. Radiant side vision. They don't really have a good idea as to where they are. The Dire, also not so much. They're gonna be moving up, and both teams, no, maybe not quite yet. They'll farm up a little bit here. Chuan just holding onto the smoke for now. Kind of unaware of where each other are on the map, and well, the next big play, it's gonna be the Roshan. So both of them battling it out here, trying to see who can spot the Roshan first. Of course, having the Visage Birds is going to be giving them the advantage. The smoke. They just saw the three of them walk through here. They've got to be imagining the smoke's coming here soon. Ow, still split pushing top. Wow, risky play from Sylar because he just saw 3 heroes here. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a bait here. They're going to find Tule. Blinking forward left. Oh, a little slow there from NMY.
Radiant's
I'm not sure.
is under attack.
Oh, we saw the glyph used once before, so tower is just a freebie. And Roshan late on the spawn this time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see what they're going to be able to do here. Chuan, he's got the vision for a glimpse. It's going to be on to the Visage, and he will be the one pick off here. MLY coming back in. Oh, blinking forward. 9 more seconds here. They could keep this up. But no vision onto the high ground. So, again, we played the Roshan game. And hesitant to ward his Lib because he knows the birds are just going to see him do it. He doesn't want to waste it. And in fact, it would be quite the waste. They, I believe, did just see that ward spotted out as well. At least they appear to be pinging it. A little hard to tell some colors here. I'll take the stream title. Obviously, we're on game number 3. So, the Roshan, the big battle. This is what it all comes down to. Dire side, they're going to spot this out here with the birds. 1 stun, 2 stun. They're using them a little bit early here without any real plan of a combination. There comes the Veil as well. So the BKB is going to be very important here. Now comes out from Move the vacuum back into the wall onto and How. Lucian's not doing too much. Now they're going to bring Sylar and he's going to BKB. Make sure that he's not going to be pulled in. MMY up on the high ground. Maybe not where he wants to be. Here comes the Russian being thrown out here. And MMY, he's just waiting for this Ravage. Seeing when it's going to come in. And like he's holding on to it. The BKB is now gone. This is his big play. He's looking for it. Oh, this could be massive there. He's going to throw it on out. On top of 4. DDC dropping low. Zeus will throw out all his damage. There comes the damage. And Iback now bringing Move back into the fight. They've only lost MNY. A glimpse back and to send home Sylar, but they'll still be able to pick up the kill. Blinking forward, it's Baby. Chasing after How. And providing vision. It looks like Move won't be able to get back into this fight. We'll grab the fight recap here. But How will go down. So, look at peek. Don't want to lose this 1600 experience heading to your darks here. And that buyback hurting Moose so much. And of course, the major prize is going to be Roshan. And a complete disaster for Newbee. Experience being one of the biggest changes here. With that kill and Shadow King and giving Arrow TK the vast majority of it. They'll drop the Helm Dominator, so I was like, wait a second. Drop my TP. And quickly they take him down. You can see that ward placed up here. Rather these pings, he's just saying like this board here just like ruined the fight apparently. Or maybe he's pinging as where MMY was sitting that whole time. Either way, Sylar, he's gonna get it. Fluttering himself around the map, keeping up that farm speed. Turn now. MMY just gonna help out his little buddy. You know, they're BFFs. And Newbee definitely feeling demotivated here. You know, a great Ravage again. Like, it feels like 2Late's doing everything he can. Maybe he's not getting the jump on them, but you gotta admit, like, coming into the later parts of the fight when all the BKBs are down, he's getting off these big major Ravages. But they can't seem to convert them into anything. Moo dying, of course, a major factor into that. Couldn't get off a well-placed Requiem. And MMY, the lift on the Moo. Can they get him again? This buyback could be... Oh. If Moo goes down here, we are into the danger zone. Satanic now done here for Sylar, actually flown in on the courier, so Age is Satanic. Do they want to go the higher? Oh, they pull back Sylar. And we'll see if they decide to pull back the squad as well. They're at least going to head into the Ancient Sack. And, well, unfortunately, there is no sack. It's only going to be a lonely Granite Golem. He doesn't get to join any teams today. There's no Chen in the game. Is that a possible smoke here? No, they're just having moves back. A little bit worried for him. Obviously, the Perseverance here, the possible refresher. With the Guardian Greaves. Is that enough without a Force Staff, actually? 225. Yeah, as long as he... Yeah, he's not leveling it. You can see. That's exactly why. He wants to leave the potential of a refresher. And he's actually already committed the points, too. So, keep that in mind, folks. If you have the level 3 into the ultimate, you actually can't do refresher in a lot of cases without Force Staff. And even then, it's difficult. You, like, need the double Guardian Greaves. Like, maybe he could do it right now. I'm not going to do the math. I'm going to, like, mess it up here. And maybe they won't fight. Race. They could force a really early BKB or at least Aegis here, but it's from side. They need to do something quick because this is just going to be the same fight the whole time. It's just him sitting on the high ground, so they need to make a decision here. They're going to lose the tower. Going to draw them in a little bit deeper here. Disconnect heal now. How on top. This is a good play here. He's coming in with the MKB. There's the BKB also popped from Sylar, so possibly they're going to get the range barracks. But now they want Sylar, and they're going to be able to burn the Aegis. He's going to come back up with no BKB. There's a play. They're back into the wall. It's going to be on top of Moo and How. How can they bring him down there? RTA running in with his BKB. Let's see if next time they can throw it down on top, and they will. Omni Slash coming through. Pretty used, I'm sure. Here's their rapid play. Oh, he somehow escapes. He's too fast. Gets them on the back line. It looks to be the play to win this team fight for them. Falling low soul assumptions. How they're actually forced to back, and with the sustain, Sylar using his Satanic. That was so close to a kill on the back lines. Man, I swear, every time a Juggernaut starts attacking or right-clicking, he attacks so fast. I always think it's Omni Slash, but that's because I'm a trash caster in game coverage. So this is what you're stuck with. Force step, kind of like for MMY. He's looking for these big steals. He's looking for the Ravages, and well, all he's got is a Gush. But I mean, at least he's got a cool new icon, so he's got to be a little bit happy about that. And no Ravage gonna be available this time. You want secondary Ravage, but oh, he just sold it. Maybe thinking he's not gonna be getting close, and now he's gonna have. Oh, here we go. It's sort of a play here with a lift drop down.
Middle tower has fallen.
Oh, they did lose the flame top. The BKB, of course, back online. No Aegis. I think something 25 more seconds with the Omni Slash, and while these Ravages and Omni Slashes are down, of course, this is when LGD want to be making their push, and it is coming in successfully. There's a swap, immediately BKB trying to stop any of the follow-up stuns, and they won't get the stun. Oh, a nice wall as well in the backline section. Now popping down on top. RFK still does BKB with Sylar will lose his. He doesn't go down. They're going to lose How. He's going to buy back, trying to get back in the fight. Moves solo. He's running back into the face, and this means he'll be able to clean up the barracks and maybe even make their great escape. Possibly using this Juggernaut illusion. Get that illusion on that Rex. He's going to go onto the Tidehunter instead. So they get the melee Rex. It's what they came for. They'll take themselves out of that and not going to risk any sort of a loss. Major buybacks with nothing to gain here. And LGD are looking to secure their way into the next round of the upper bracket. Your winner bracket final. And of course, if you win that, you're in. That's it. This is a massive game. This is the one that gives you 2 chances at a direct invitation to Shanghai. Maybe not the exciting trip for LGD. You know, they might have been there a couple times. Who knows? Man, you gotta think they were considering a blink in there, but worried about where the rest of the team maybe smoked up in behind because this ward is providing no vision. I don't know. Well, maybe. Throwing them out. And he pushed down the bottom lane, the last lane, containing this lovely little building, the Melee Racks. And what are they going to be able to do here? Is too late thinking about buying something? Oh, he bought back, of course. So, no refresher insight now. And here we go. The effigy of triumph. Whatever this means, I'm sure it's not happening right now, assuming it's happy, and go lucky. We are looking to be eliminated here from the upper bracket, of course, going the upper bracket, but LGD very serious. You know, they're up here. They got their satanic here, a very serious item. Looking for an MKB as well for moves so we can try and bring down Sylar. It's their last stand. Chuan maybe feeling a little bit of the pressure here. They're trying to bait out this illusion by putting the shield on top of it from the solar crest. Kind of clowny, but Chuan not gonna fall for it. He's seen that one before. You think he's gonna fall for that one? I don't think so. Well, they're gonna see them retreating here through this vision. And does the fight outside the base benefit Newbee at all? And it seems like they're thinking so, because they're gonna buy a smoke. You have to wonder though. Obviously the Ravage, having them set in place, pretty huge. I don't know if they probably can't commit it. The Static Storm though, lower cooldown. As well as the range of the glimpse. It means that you can get some pretty favorable pickoffs, and the lanes are just enough of a place that they can actually attempt this. No vision here, only this one. Now they know no one's farming this, so this might be a sign that they could be smoking up and looking to make their great play. And well, LGD, they're very well aware of it. Look at their positioning, up on the high ground, keeping these choke points blocked off, staying within range for big counter initiation plays coming out of MMY. And it's going to be a tough road back here for Newbee. They'll just make their way back towards the base. And is that a smoke on the courier? Nope. It's just an MKB now. Tule still holding on to this. They might be looking to take their fight here. And now they'll spot out the Shadow Fiend. Another smoke getting picked up here by your Rubik. Are they bringing it in? Oh, there. Maybe we can get ourselves a big play, possibly walking up the top, the mid, something along those lines. Oh, Roshan, the birds are going to spot it. Oh, ho, ho. They're not going to go for this? They have the full vision here. And I think that means, hey, Chuan is just killing a creep, guys. I guess we can just get ourselves a free Roshan. Now, I'd like them to be able to contest anyway, but it certainly makes them feel quite a bit safer having them in vision. And they would have seen the smoke as well on Tule's inventory as he walked past that ward, so they'll quickly bring it down. Roshan, and will they just quickly turn their heads? Well, they're going to smoke back. And smoke into smoke action. Omni Slash can be ready. Here's the Ravage in the backline. This is the support's locked down. Maybe this will provide enough damage here. ROTK gets off another great wall on top of those 2 cores. ROTK will be the first to fall in this battle. Moving up into the western side here. Tule taking the high ground. Moose stuck in the trench of the river. And he'll be the one they're trying to run down. There's the glimpse way back on MMY. And it looks like ROTK, as his buyback comes out, he'll be the only death of this fight. And it's not going to mean all that much, though. The wall, of course, used, but so was the Ravage. They didn't get their big kill, their big winning play. And they're looking to make the death push. The final battle, the final countdown. MOY stealing the record, pulling Wayne back into it. Not going to be enough. Steals the magic missile too. He's done with that record. He's like, oh, that thing sucks. Don't have my Agnum Scepter. I can't get my health back. What kind of a spell is this? Come on. Stag Storm, it'll be back up at least. No Ravage, but one of their bigger spells. Magic Missile. Can they actually get something here on Sylar? I mean, he's still got that Aegis. He's going to use the Satanic first. Requiem in the back lines. They've lost Moo, 100 seconds. And, well, that might just be all that it takes here. Stag Storm's still here. They're trying to save her post-Aegis, but I don't know if they can wait that long. They'll have to dump it now. Swamp is about to drop. And MMY still using that Magic Missile with a great effect, and that is the GG. Well played, called out. So, LGD have secured themselves into the winner brackets final. And Newbee will fall. So, we're not done here. Oh no, I'll be back for you. You folks in game. How many of you guys tuned into Dota TV anyway? Everyone still like Dota TV? You're damn right you do. All 15,000 of you, so I hope some of you are at least tuning into the English coverage. And if so, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me.